Newsmaker. Week, Perspectives on Handling of Tabby's Nine Night. This week's featured development as Newsmaker of the Week just ended is the halting of the Nine Night that was being held for murdered singer, Tabby Diamond Shaw of famed reggae group, the Mighty Diamonds. Family members and other residents have been struggling to come to terms with the murder of the reggae superstar they loved and cherished. He was gunned down on McKinley Crescent in St. Andrew last Tuesday, March 29th. To honor his memory, loved ones of the deceased artiste planned a Nine Night in the general area where Shaw was slain. The event kicked off, but to the dismay of well-wishers, the police were quick on the scene, shuttering the event due to the organisers reportedly having not sought permission from the police to stage the public gathering. The police's decision sparked mixed reactions from several Jamaicans. Some were of the view that the police should have allowed the event to continue and provide the necessary surveillance amid security concerns surrounding the staging of the event. However, other social media users lauded the police for stepping in and shuttering the event to reportedly prevent any possible violent attack similar to that of the shooting that resulted in 2 deaths days earlier. According to police reports, Shaw was among a group of people standing at a shop on McKinley Crescent when they were sprayed with bullets at about 9:45 p.m. on Tuesday, March 29th. They were rushed to the hospital by residents, where Shaw and another man, Owen Beckford, were pronounced dead and 3 other individuals were admitted for treatment. Ahead of the controversy surrounding the staging of the Nine Night, the police revealed that a suspect had been identified in relation to Shaw's killing. "I would just say we have a person of interest and the investigation is advancing," disclosed head of the police's crime portfolio, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey, at a police press conference on Tuesday. "I don't want to comment much further on that," he added. Deputy Commissioner of Police, Fitz Bailey. It was not clear whether the person of interest was in the custody of the police. Also commenting on the reggae singer's death at Tuesday's press conference was Police Commissioner, Major General Anthony Anderson, who said the killing was another example of how gunmen put others around them at great risk. The very sad story is that one of his sons is a known violence producer, who is currently detained on a murder charge, and preliminary investigations suggest that the death of Tabby Diamond was directly related to the activities of his son, stated Anderson. Then news broke on Wednesday night that cops terminated the setup for Shaw. It was initially theorized that the police feared a further flare-up of violence and took precaution to end the event. Law enforcers later said no permission was sought from police authorities for the staging of the Nine Night. The reactions to the actions that were taken by the police have been mixed across social media platforms. Alicia Myrie, a Facebook user, shared that the police may have, potentially, saved several lives by their actions relative to the Nine Night. Based on the circumstances, the police, might have saved dozens of lives and those persons, I must say, who were in attendance were very brave, she commented. Opal Teresa responded to Myrie's comments by stating, "I always tell myself I would never go to a funeral if it is gunman or bad man, even if it is my child because any game can play." But another Facebook user, Empress Mellow Noticey, disagreed with those narratives. "Why not just make your presence be known to freely provide security for the grieving family," argued Noticey. She added, "Mek you knew come so man. Mighty God, you knew uncaring. Di people dem suffer enough. Is not everyone knows what to do in situations such as this?" Yalaro, in responding to Noticey's remarks, reminded her that the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, is understaffed in some areas. He elaborated that, Empress Mellow Noticey so the already understaffed members should stay there to please them while the rest of their police area burn down, then you same one turn round cuss dem. Police Commissioner, Major General Anthony Anderson. But Richard Clark somewhat agreed with Noticey's views by contending that the system continues to disrespect musicians. Empress Mellow Noticey this is a system problem, no respect for the PPL who keep Jamaica on the global stage, and it has been that way since Rocksteady days. The system has never respected the local music. Can imagine how foreigners looking at us. SMFH, he wrote. Still, other individuals sided with the police in their stance to terminate the continued staging of the event. Everyone looking someone to blame. So how effective can the police be in preventing another shooting death in this unplanned celebration, questioned O'Neill Sinclair. Just one shot in the crowd and the police will get the blame of not doing enough. Lock done it #% at $$ and $. Argument done, he declared. George Henry, likewise, agreed with the police's actions. Whoever hosted this event knowing the circumstances surrounding his death and didn't seek the go-ahead from the police need to Will Smith, he said, alluding to Smith's now renowned slap of comedian Chris Rock at the recently staged Academy Awards. Continuing, Henry said I doubt anyone can blame the police here, because, in running an organization things need to be scheduled. You cannot just expect the police to come and have their presence there when it's not something that's on the agenda. Ridiculous to me, he opined. Facebook user, Juline Martin, however, contended that the officers should have allowed the event to continue. I think it would have been better for police to let their presence be seen, so they could feel a little safer, instead of locking it down. Just saying, she reasoned. Omar Anderson agreed with that view by reminding persons that Shaw was a reggae icon and the police should have allowed the event to proceed. Shaw's, an icon. The police could have worked with them, the family and residents, for the night. We all know anything can happen, but the police is there, he commented. Amid the plethora of views, there were strong commendations for the professionalism of the police force. Talis McLean commented, "Good move JCF. At least you saved many lives that could be taken in any form of reprisal. These people are very brave, knowing the circumstances of his, Shaw's, death." Janet McCallum wrote, "All event where people gathered, party, home or otherwise, set up, etc., needs permit from the police to have such events. Check the facts before you're brought to books. Ignorance is no excuse in the law of the lands," she added. Joseph Messom opined that, based on his knowledge, the police do not terminate nine nights or similar pre-funeral activities unless it turns into an unruly, noisy situation. He added that, "What I know, and every street-smart Jamaican knows, is, once the deceased was murdered by rival gangs or persons seeking vengeance or blood from relatives or associates for whatever motives, it is best to keep away from any gathering, including funeral service, funeral procession and burials at cemetery." Currently a lot of persons are buried without setup and funeral service. The family pay the undertaker to video the burial and send them YouTube or Facebook videos. The police should be commended for trying to prevent further bloodlettings. "For those who are playing fool, tech sleep mark death," wrote Messom. Yet, amid the possible explanations relative to why the police ended the event, some Jamaicans continue to be critical of the law enforcers. Why DEM, the residents, never stone the police DEM. KMT. DEM need fi go catch thief and gunman and leave the PPL DEM alone KMT, argued Tanya Hall. On Twitter, @ShinningLikeJa, questioned. At Jamaica Constab Sue people can't honor DEM dead no more without UNO permission. How UNO never go lock off the Alpha album launch gathering? UNO provide coverage via bag or other things, so why not this? Only way poor people de UNO target and expect DEM fi like UNO, the individual stated. At Angel Silder tweeted, "What the hell wrong with these cops? People can't have a vigil gathering for loved ones, and it's all political coming from higher up. If they believe any danger, protect the gathering. That's cops' job."